What's up, guys? This is another video today that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Obviously, up in the description of the video it says the 5 cons of wearing a vest, especially in an emergency situation. Now, you probably are thinking, why is he wearing a vest when he's talking about the cons of wearing a vest? I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But I did want to talk to you guys about preparation, especially in an emergency, and making sure you have the right equipment, and making sure you have whatever you need to bring with you. And we're going to get into bringing too much with you, because too much could also be a problem also. So that's what we're going to get into. The first thing I wanted to get into, though, was the first con of wearing a vest or wearing any type of military wardrobe when you are either evacuating or there is an emergency where you have to be with other people. Not the biggest one, but one of them is you want to be as inconspicuous as possible. You don't want, you don't want to put it out there that you're trying to be this macho military man that's out there to try and save the world. People are going to question you. People are going to wonder what's up. Why is he wearing a vest, or why is he wearing a military uniform? Especially when he's around normal people, normal citizens. So you want to carry a black bag with you, black book bag, and you want everything concealed. You don't want to show everybody what you have. You don't want to show everybody that you have weapons or magazines or guns or knives or anything like that. You want to keep everything concealed. It's safer for you, and it's safer for the people around you. And they won't have a tendency to to try and break into your stuff or steal from you or whatever, because they don't know what you have. Number 2 is the weight. If you're dressed in a military wardrobe, you're going to have your pants and your shirt. You're going to have your military vest on if you own a vest like this, and weight's going to be an issue, especially if you're trying to evacuate or if you're in an emergency situation. Especially if you have to run, you don't want the extra needed baggage. You don't want the extra, unneeded baggage. You don't want the extra weight, like having magazines or a gun or, military magazines like AR-15 magazines or whatever. You don't want them to weigh you down and make you tired real easy. So it would be best to keep everything in a backpack, so that way you can get where you're going, everything will be concealed, and you won't be having an extra piece of material weighing you down. Number 3, it's alarming. You're going to alarm people, especially if you have a vest on. They're going to wonder what's up. They're going to be afraid. They're going to get scared. You don't want somebody to worry about a situation more than they already are, especially if they see somebody in a vest coming up to them looking like this, and then some, with a military shirt on or military pants. You're going to make it look worse than it actually is. So you want to keep the peace, and you want everybody to remain calm. So when you're out in the open with this, it's a no-go. Your number 5 would be questioning. You're going to be questioned. You're going to have a lot of people, if they're not afraid to, come up to ask you, why are you wearing that? Why do you have so many magazines or so much ammo? Or why do you have a gun ready to go? Why are you prepared the way you are? It's going to be it's going to be more threatening to people than anything else. So you want to keep your threat down. You don't want to be a threat to people, and you want people to be as calm as possible, especially in an emergency situation. You can let people know you're there to help, and you can let people know that you have protection, especially if they're people that you know you can trust more. That's okay. But to go out like this, wearing something like this, expect to get questions. Expect to have different things brought up to you. That was number 4, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say number 5. Number 5 would be impersonation. That's pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, you see the YouTube videos now. You see how people walk into different stores, Army wardrobe. They have their what do you call it? Their colors or whatever they are, their flags or their stamps. They impersonate lawful people and make it unlawful for them. So it ends up getting embarrassing. You don't want to embarrass yourself, especially if you're going in to get a cup of coffee or something and you decide to wear something like this, or even in an emergency situation where maybe it would be beneficial to wear something like this for protection. You don't want to give people the feeling that you are trying to impersonate other people, number 1, and number 2, you don't want to get the repercussions that may happen after the fact. Say if you get questioned on why you're wearing these, you don't want the embarrassment. The embarrassment, I think, is going to be worse than actually getting caught wearing it, knowing that you're doing it unlawfully. So, those are things you got to consider. Definitely in a situation where it's an emergency and you need protection, yes, it may be good to dress up or to be ready or prepared with your vests or your military gear if you have any, or your weapons. But other than that, in a general emergency situation, I know some people go all out, and it's not necessary. Most of the time it's not necessary. So those are the five cons. That's what I wanted to get into with, and that's it. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next video is going to be the 5 pros of wearing a vest or a military uniform, and why it would be best to wear them. There's squirrels running in the woods. Alright guys, Tactical Arms and Ammo, I'm out.